Good morning, I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. We have some breaking news out of Iowa. There has been an apparent school shooting just on the first day back to school for some high school students in Perry, Iowa. We want to make sure that we're very clear because we do have some Perry and Perry townships here in Ohio. This is an event that is taking place in Iowa, in Dallas County. This is about 40 miles northwest of Des Moines, and we're just about to get our first update. We don't have any information so far about the number of injuries. We do know it happened at about 7:40 Iowa time. That would be 8:40 Ohio time. Our sister station in the Des Moines area reporting that they spoke to a teacher who said something about she heard 6 shots being fired, and then coaches telling people to evacuate the high school. As you can see, the State Patrol about to hold a news conference. Again, this is taking place in Perry, Iowa, not to be confused with Perry or Perry Township, Ohio. Just want to make sure we make that very clear. We don't want to panic anyone here in the Ohio area as we watch things play out in Iowa. Again, at about 7:40, and this is a report that came from a teacher inside the building. She reported hearing 6 shots and then coaches yelling for kids to evacuate. Again, some students were just arriving. This was pretty early, and it was their first day back from Christmas and holiday break. Let's take a listen now as we get our first update from authorities.
Just checking on the sound. Everybody got good sound? Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Check, check. 1, 2. Okay.
And apparently that was just a mic check. The other authorities will be making the announcements. Again, this is Perry, Iowa. It's in Dallas County, just to the northwest, about 40-50 minutes northwest of Des Moines. Pretty rural area. This high school and middle school are together. Very small school district. I believe I saw something about just 1,800 people maybe in the entire school district. In the high school, somewhere around 570. So we're talking about a very small community, the only school in that city as we watch this play out. Other reports from our sister station, KCCI there in Des Moines. One of the reporters had spoken to the mother of a staff member. And that mother, and I want you to put yourself in her shoes, she got a text message from her daughter who works at the school. And the text message simply said, "I'm safe." The mother replied to that text message, "Why?" And the daughter replied, "Shooting." And the mother who received those text messages says that it was just panic and fear that set in at that point. We do know that they are doing a reunification center not far from the school. But we've also heard that some students were just showing up to the high school and being turned away as this event was unfolding. A massive police presence. Another reporter was reporting live from a nearby hospital, had seen 2 ambulances show up to that hospital that came from the high school. So we know that at least 2 transports of injuries were taken from that school. But other than that, as far as the number of people shot, how many people were injured, obviously this is a controlled scene at this point. There does not appear to be any further threat. So was the shooter taken out? Did the shooter commit suicide? Did the shooter surrender? And those will be questions that the authorities are set to answer here. Again, expected to hold a news conference within just a matter of minutes here to at least give the initial details of what happened. If you're just joining us, we're going to reset this. There has been a school shooting in Iowa, more specifically in Perry, Iowa. This is about 40 miles northwest of Des Moines. And again, we want to reiterate this. If you're watching in Ohio, yes, here in the Cleveland area, we have a number of Perrys. We've got a Perry Township and a Perry, Ohio. We don't want any confusion, any panic here. This is not happening in Ohio. As you can see there, the Perry Middle School is one door that they pulled up to that the officials arrived at for this shooting. This is in Perry, Iowa, not Ohio. And authorities expected to do their first initial news conference any time here. I'm going to check and make sure, see if we've gotten some new video in that we can show you. This is from the other side of the high school. This was earlier today, and it just goes to show the immense police presence in that area. We've seen sheriff's deputies from both the Dallas County area, Polk County. Polk County is the Des Moines area. We've seen police. There's an Urbandale. Urbandale is a suburb of the city of Des Moines. And so you can see the police presence, even though this is 40 miles from Des Moines. They came from all distances to rush into this situation in a very, very small community that is Perry, Ohio. Parents obviously concerned. Some students were even turned away at the high school. They were showing up as this was playing out. I do want to reiterate or say again that our sister station KCCI reporting that one teacher told their staff on the ground there, their reporters and staff there, that teacher reported hearing 6 shots, and then a bunch of school coaches yelling, telling people to evacuate. If you think about sports this time of year, there can be weightlifting, there can be early morning practices that happen. This happened about 7:40 in the morning Iowa time. That'd be about 8:40 in the morning Ohio time. And again, just a pretty serious situation. First day back for these students. That will play into the investigation. Was this something that was planned? Was this because it was the first day back? And we will wait for those answers. Again, still a police presence, but clearly the scene is not as active as it once was, as it was early this morning. But we're going to keep our eye on it and wait for this news conference, really the first chance to get some of the exact details, perhaps a number of injured, what about the shooter, where did this take place, why so early in the morning, what were students doing there at 7:40 as other students were just arriving and being turned away at that scene. Again, nothing, this is just not a scene, and it looks like here come the authorities to give our update, so let's listen in.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
You good? My name is Sheriff Adam Infante, I-N-F-A-N-T-E. I'm the sheriff here in Dallas County. I'm joined by our state, local, and federal partners here at the Perry High School. This morning at approximately 7:37 a.m., we had a Sears radio activation at the high school, which indicated an active shooter situation. An officer first arrived within 7 minutes of that activation and located multiple gunshot victims. We're still unclear of exactly how many are injured or what the extent of those are, but we're working on that right now. There is no further danger to the public. The community is safe. We're just now working backwards, trying to figure out everything that happened and make notifications. There'll be another update later on today. It's still very early. This happened at approximately 7:37 this morning. School didn't start yet, luckily, so there was very few students and faculty in the building, which I think contributed to a good outcome in that sense. But we'll have more information later on this afternoon. We will not be releasing any more information in the meantime. So please be patient with us so that we can talk with these victims and their families and try and figure out what happened. We won't be answering any questions today either, for right now. We'll let you know later on this afternoon, what time we'll be meeting back with you again, and we hope to provide more detail then.
So can we, just to be clear, you don't have a number of people who were injured in this?
We're still working on that.
Have you identified the shooter?
Yes.
What's their current status? Are they alive or?
We'll get to that later on this afternoon.
Can you confirm if the shooter was a student at the school?
I can't confirm that right now.
Can you confirm any deaths?
Is there
No,
a
not right now.
reunification center for families and students right now?
Great point. The reunification center has already been established, and at most of those, I think all the kids have been reunified already. So we're good in that area. Thank you.
Were there any faculty members that were hurt?
I can't answer that question yet.
Have you made any apprehensions or arrests?
Can't answer that question yet either.
We'll take no further questions at this time. We'll see
When's
you
the
this
second
afternoon.
presser? Sorry, just want to make sure.
I will let you know. We don't know.
Iowa Department of Public Safety will push out a message as far as location and time of the next press conference.
Okay.
So if you go to the Iowa Department of Public Safety website, it'll be posted there probably
Shortly after noon.
Shortly after
Video
noon.
available?
I'm sorry.
Any surveillance video available?
There's nothing more that we're going to
Yeah,
be able to
thank you.
answer right now. Thank
We'll be
you.
back.
Dan DeRose with 19 News. As you can see, very limited information coming out of Iowa. This is a school shooting that happened at just about 7:40 this morning. And the one thing we have to go on, multiple gunshot victims. They would not say if there is anyone dead. They would not say if the shooter is alive or dead. They have identified a shooter. But the fact that we saw that Sheriff Infante, you could tell he was very emotional, trying to keep it together, giving this update. And the fact that he is saying we need to notify families, I'm not going to go on any assumptions, but generally in the past, when there are notifications that have to happen, that's not a good situation. But obviously, family has to be notified if someone was injured and taken to a local hospital. We're expecting, as you heard, to get an update sometime this afternoon. You'll want to tune in to our early newscast starting at 3 o'clock on Channel 19 to get the very latest, and we'll keep apprised of this as soon as we see an announcement, and they're going to hold that second news conference. We'll bring that to you live. But what we can say, multiple gunshot victims at Perry High School in Iowa. Want to make sure this is very clear. This is not Ohio. This is not Perry High School in Ohio. It is not Perry Township in Ohio. This is happening in Iowa, about 40 miles to the northwest of Des Moines. But we just wanted to bring you the very latest as it was happening. When we have updates, we'll bring it to you live here on our digital platforms. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is